Hey, hey everybody. Hey there, hey there. Plug this in. Hey, what's up everybody? Hope you're having a great day. Hope you're having a great and wonderful day. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Time for some daily encouragement. I want to take a moment to just encourage you. Hope you're having a great day. Let me know where you're from. Let me know where you're from, where you're logging on from. We're going to talk about difference between work and job. Something important about work has to do with your potential. So I hope everybody's having a great day today. Hope you had a productive day. Hey, what's up from Birmingham, Alabama? Drinking my coffee. How many of y'all are coffee drinkers? I'm a coffee drinker. So, I want to talk to you a little bit today about becoming better through work. You see I dressed up for you, got my three-piece suit on today. So, thought I would dress up, play the part. Had a board meeting today. It's important stuff, I know. Let me fix this. There we go. So, work. It's important. Work is what allows the hidden potential inside of you to come out. Don't be so quick to abandon something because it's hard. Work makes you better. You know, what's interesting is back when I was 17, hey, LeGrand Park. Do you mean LaGrange Park? Hey, what up? How you doing? You know, it's something about work and a job. It's interesting is back when I was like 17 years old, I used to work in the product fulfillment department here in the ministry. We would reproduce and duplicate CDs, DVDs. Back then, we even were still doing tapes and VHS. Come on, how many of y'all remember tapes, VHS? And it was a job. However, when I would get off work, I'd be ready to go hang out with my friends and, I'd be ready to go kick it and I had plenty of energy. But, what's interesting is as I've gotten older, similar beginnings, as I've gotten older and had more responsibility put on me and more was required of me, I would go to the place of work and it seems like after I'm done with my day, I would be so much more tired. I'm so much more tired. Some days I'm just drained, and it's not a terrible drain. It's just I'm just empty. Like I've given so much, and I used to wonder what is the difference between then and now. I mean, was I just younger then, and now I'm just old? I'm just an old dude. I'm only 30 years old. I mean, I'm just an old dude, and I'm just tired. But the thing that I found out is work is different than a job, because you can have a job and not necessarily expend any mental energy. It's just straight up mechanical motion. But you can have work, and it actually is making you work out the potential and the gift inside of you. And that actually will expend and expel a lot more energy than you think. See, most people are looking for a job, but not a lot of people are looking for what we call work. And I'll tell you why they're different. People can want to earn money, but don't necessarily want to expend energy. Work was never meant to be a job. It was meant to be a platform for expending the energy to bring forth the genius in a person. What am I talking about, the genius in a person? We're all gifted. We're all designed with gifts and talents and abilities. And so as you're designed with gifts and talents and abilities, God puts you in situations to be able to work out that potential out of you, and that every assignment that God gives a man or a woman here on this earth requires work, because God created us to work. Work is a gift from God. Work is not a curse. Sometimes people are trying to get rich so they don't have to do anything. Let me tell you, that is one of the most dangerous positions you can put yourself in, because it's no longer working out or putting a demand on the potential inside of you. I'm not saying it's not good to be financially comfortable. That's good. I believe in that. But working out the gift inside of you, people are concerned with sometimes, getting a paycheck, but God wants to work out the gift inside of you. Through creative work, genius evolves. Through creative work. There's a quote that says genius is 1% inspiration, 99% perspiration. So work is a gift from God, and that through that gift we discover our potential. So I'm gonna hit you with 5 steps talking about work and potential. I'm gonna hit you with 5 points, okay? And so if you're just logging on this scope, I'm David. I'm here to help you become a better you, help you become the most successful you. What I want you to do is, maybe you're just getting off work, out of school, whatever. I want you to share this with somebody else. If you feel like this has been a blessing to you so far, or you know this is gonna be good, I'm gonna be talking about work and your potential, and how to work your potential out of you, and how your job assignment can be strategic in helping you become better. So if you do me a favor, share this with somebody. You can swipe up if you're on Android. You can swipe to the side if you're on iOS. Share this with some of your followers, because we're going to go through 5 steps about potential. I'm going to go real quickly. Hey, how you doing? Okay, I'm going to hit you with first step. Potential is like a tube of toothpaste, okay? So you got a tube of toothpaste. How many of y'all brush your teeth today? Hope that's everybody, right? Potential is like a tube of toothpaste. And in order for potential to come out, hey, thank you, Parch World. Thank you, Antoinette's Buzz, for sharing. In order for that potential to come out, you have to, thank you, Andrea, for inviting. And thank you, Sunshine Online, for inviting. In order for toothpaste to come out, you have to push on it, right? Toothpaste doesn't just fall out. You got to push on it. And potential is like a tube of toothpaste. And for it to come out, it must be squeezed out. And potential, remember this, potential never just falls out. It has to be pushed out by someone or something placing a demand on it. So when you place a demand on potential, potential is then demanded to come out of you. And so just like that tube of toothpaste, you have to place a demand on it. What does work do? Work places a demand on the potential inside of you. Those things, those hidden abilities that were in you that you didn't know were in you, but because of that assignment, because of that job requirement, because they asked you to do something that wasn't necessarily on your job description, because they asked you to do an assignment that you felt was too hard, whatever those things are, it placed a demand on you that mentally you didn't think you could handle, but once you handled, you discovered something about yourself. And so sometimes, people get lazy, but when they get lazy and they don't want to do things, they don't want that demand placed on them, they forfeit the ability to discover the potential inside of themselves. I think that's good, right? I think it's good. All right, so I'm glad y'all enjoying. So number 1, potential is like a tube of toothpaste. So for potential to come out, it has to have a demand placed on it. Number 2, work shows your hidden abilities. Come on, work shows your hidden abilities. That's potential. Potential is hidden abilities. So work is able to show your hidden abilities. Before I came here in full-time into the ministry 6 years ago, I had no background in graphic design. I had no background in video editing. I had no background in some of these artistic things. I had no background in lighting and different things like that, and lighting engineering. I had no background in that, no formal training whatsoever at all. But I was able to acquire all of those skills, self-taught, to be able to use programs like Adobe Photoshop, to be able to use programs like Final Cut Pro and Adobe After Effects to do videos. Something you might not know about me is that for our Go Hard for Christ YouTube channel, a lot of those videos that are on there were produced and edited and shot by me. And that's not just bragging on myself. That's actually talking about there was an ability that I had that I didn't know I had before the demand was placed on me to do some of those things. Me and another buddy of mine, Josh, we actually installed, if you've ever been to our facility, in our youth facility in the annex building, we installed all of the lighting and ran all the cables, did all the mapping and everything for our lighting system in our annex building, which has over 40 LED and intelligent light fixtures. And we programmed and did all of it. No formal training. I didn't have any formal training. I didn't go to school for this. I didn't take a lot of seminars, but there was just a gift that God had placed in me to be able to do it, and I didn't know that I was able to do it until the demand was placed on me to do it. And so I'm telling you, you can do it. When the demand is placed on you to do something that you've never done, don't run from it. Run to it. And he's blessed you to do it because God has put a potential inside of you, and it's unknown to you, and the only way you get to know it is if it is pushed out of you. And so check that out. So number 2, work shows your hidden abilities. Come on now. Number 3, work is part of your assignment here on earth. Come on now. I'm glad this is encouraging some folks. Hey, share it if you get a chance. Work is part of your assignment here on the earth. We give you a biblical scripture example. In Genesis chapter 1, verse 28, he told Adam, be fruitful, multiply, fulfill the earth, and subdue it. Boom, there's a work assignment. Then you go to Genesis chapter 2 and verse 5, and he's talking about there was no man to till the ground. And then you skip over to chapter 2, verse 15, and then he said he took man and put him in the Garden of Eden to dress it. The Garden of Eden, to dress it, to keep it, to tend after it. And so he gave man work. God didn't just place man in the Garden of Eden and say, hey, it's cool, just chill on the couch, watch some TV, just enjoy, have the animals come serve you. No, he put Adam in the Garden of Eden and then told him, work it. Why? Because he knew that Adam would be able to discover his potential through work. That work was never meant to be just a job, but it was meant to be a platform for expending energy to bring forth the genius in a person. Work is part of your assignment here on earth. And wherever you're at, wherever God has you at, don't just look at that job as a 9 to 5. Look at it as a place where you can discover your true potential inside of you. You don't have to be at a specific job to discover your potential. All you have to do is decide to go to work, to work it, to let that energy come out, that you don't just kind of let things be as they are, but you choose to be able to tap into the things that are inside to make things better. You work it. Work it. Yes, sir. Work it. And so, number 3, work is part of your assignment here on earth. So don't run from it. Run to it. Number 4, perseverance. I like to say the trial is not meant to slow you, but it's meant to grow you. It's not meant to slow you down. It's meant to grow you. Why is the trial meant to grow you? Because God knows that in order for you to do what he has called you to do here on this earth, you have to become what he's called you to become. And so the trial is not meant to slow you down. It's meant to grow you. And so don't abandon the process when it gets hard. I'm telling you, a diamond is just formed by carbon bonds. There's nothing special about a diamond that is the consistency of the diamond. It's hard, but the thing that makes it up is carbon bonds. And carbon bonds are one of the most common substances in our earth, in our atmosphere. And so you got the most common substance, but the thing that makes it so valuable is all of the pressure that goes into it, all of the trying and the pressure and the hardship and the formation, all of the process that goes into it is the thing that makes it valuable. And I'm here to tell you that diamonds, if they don't go through the process, they're just rocks. They're no longer valuable diamonds. When they decide not to go to the process, they abandon the process. They're just rocks. So I'm here to tell you that let God take you through the process. If you're at work and work is being challenging, step up and watch that hidden potential out in you come out of you. If you're in school and school is hard, step up. Let the hidden potential inside of you come out of you. I told my own kids, I know sometimes you don't feel like school is fun and, it's easy to complain about school, but I say school is necessary. School is meant to help you work out some of that inner ability and potential inside of you. It's there to work it out. So people who just drop out of school and just try to find some 9-to-5 job, and I'm not coming down on anybody, but just try to find some 9-to-5 job just to get bills paid and that's it. They leave all of that potential dormant inside because potential doesn't come out by accident. That's all I'm trying to say. Potential comes out by a demand placed on it. And when you're going to work expending energy and you're going and trying to make things better, you're trying to find solutions, you're trying to influence people, you're trying to lead the company in the right way, even if you're at a lower level employee position, but you're trying to lead people the right way, what happens is potential starts to ooze out of you. And you don't even have to make it happen. It just starts to release itself. And you'll start to find that you have abilities that you didn't know you had. And you can do things that you didn't know you could do. And so check this out. We've hit 4 points. I'm going to hit my 5th point, and then I'm going to jump off. You are designed to constantly bring forth something on this earth. You were designed to constantly bring forth something on this earth. You can never retire from potential, ever. You can never retire from potential because potential has no expiration date. If you were born with it inside of you, as long as you have breath in your lungs, that potential is still there. And the potential can still come out if you're willing to place a demand on it. And so you can never retire from your potential. So you should never look to retire from work. Now, I'm not talking about don't retire from that job assignment. Maybe God moves you to a different job assignment. Maybe you're not there for 30, 40, 50 years, or maybe you are there for 30, 40, 50 years, but you move to a different assignment. But my point is that you don't retire from work, because work is the mechanism that allows potential to come out of you. So you might retire from a certain job, and you have pension and everything, but you don't retire from work. Because work allows potential to come out, because you can't retire from your potential. Retiring from your potential is like retiring from your personality, neither of which happen. And so I'm here to tell you that your working today was not you just doing nothing. Your working today was working out potential, and little by little, you are adding value to wherever you're at, whatever company you're at, whatever organization, whatever ministry, whatever you're doing, whatever school, whatever classes you're taking. You are adding value to that thing, because your potential is being allowed to be shown forth, and God's glory is being shown forth through your potential being released. Did you ever think about it, that God's glory is shown when your potential is released? Because then it shows that you didn't do it. It shows that you are equipped with something that you didn't know you had. If you have artistic ability and you are gifted as an artist, you didn't place your gift inside of you. You weren't born and choose at the grocery store like, I'm gonna choose this gift and that gift, and I'll take that gift right over there. No, you were born with that gift without asking. It was just placed inside of you. But that gift remains dormant if you always go to a place that's easy, that doesn't require anything from you, and that doesn't need anything from you. But when you go to a place that requires something, that needs something from you, that is asking something of you, don't run from responsibility. Let it happen. Go through the process. Let potential come out. Let it just flow out of you. And I believe that as potential flows out of you, you'll see the greatness emerge, the greatness that God has placed inside of you, and whatever gift he has put in you, you'll see it emerge. So let's recap. Number one, potential never just falls out. It has to be pushed out by someone or something placing a demand on it. Number two, work shows your hidden abilities or your potential. Number three, work is part of your assignment here on this earth. You can never abandon it. Number four, perseverance. The trial is not meant to slow you, but it's meant to grow you. I'm glad that y'all liking this. And number five, you are designed to constantly bring forth something. God is always requiring us to be fruitful and multiply. Come on, Genesis chapter 1, verse 28. That was one of the first commands that he gave to man. He said, be fruitful and multiply. What does that mean? Be increasing. So you're always meant to be bringing forth fruit, always increasing. How do you always increase? By not running from work, but running to work to allow potential to come out of you to manifest increase in your life. I thought that was good. So I hope that you all were blessed. I feel very passionately about this area because I feel like so many other people would be blessed if they didn't run from situations getting hard, if they didn't run from that job, showing that it might be challenging. So what? You're not qualified. Allow God to show you how much more qualified you thought you were. So what is difficult? Hey, jump up and show forth the hidden potential that's inside of you. And I'm glad that you all are saying that, hey, this is for you. You're supposed to hear this. Please believe I pray before I hit every next day Periscope, and I ask God, what do people need to hear? Because sometimes we just need to hear that on time, word of encouragement. We just need to hear that on-time positive message, and it hits us in the space that we need most to be able to remind us that we are meant to elevate. And I see I was ready to quit my job. Well, I encourage you, ask God about that, because sometimes it's hard, but God shows us, I like that, how much more qualified we actually are. Sometimes God is showing us through those hardships how good he is and how awesome he's made you. So sometimes the job might be hard. Maybe we might have a boss that's difficult. Maybe we might have a situation that we're just underqualified for, but that's not the case. A lot of times it's just a smokescreen that's trying to get you to abandon and abort the growth process. A lot of times when we plant seed, has anybody ever planted a seed? You plant a seed. Hey, Rhode Island, what's up? You plant a seed, and maybe for several days, maybe for some weeks, you see nothing's happening. but you just stick with it, keep watering it, giving it sunlight, and it's going to grow. Now that seed has to die in order for that plant to come and spring forth. And I'm telling you, sometimes it feels like when you're going through the process of potential being released out of you, it feels like it's draining you. It feels like some part of you is dying off. But there is a part of you dying off. That old person is dying off, and you are being renewed and refreshed into that better version of you. And that's what this is always all about. It's about becoming a better you. It's always about becoming better each and every day. How can I get better? How can I do what God has called me to do, my assignment here on this earth? What can I do better? How can I serve better? How can I listen better? How can I work better? How can I get this potential out of me? Because if this potential fully comes out of me, then I'll be able to serve mankind and God can get the glory. Let me tell you what's happening in Paris. God was not surprised, nor does he not have a solution. God prepared a solution before the attacks in Paris came. Now, God is moving on the hearts of some people even right now as we speak, and even this past weekend. And it's going to be up to them to step up into a realm and into an arena where maybe they didn't feel qualified for. They don't exactly know what they're supposed to do. But as they step up, God is going to work through them, and they're going to see the potential that was inside of them locked up. It's going to come out. Potential is locked up inside of you. And the key is work and demand placed on it. That's the key to locked up potential. And that's the only way you get it out. It doesn't come out by accident. And when these events happen, I believe it creates a platform for the potential of the greatness that is placed within people, put there by God, to come out, to present solutions and to present godly solutions so that mankind can continue to thrive. God doesn't want us to fail. He wants us to, like you said, just solve problems, and we give God all the glory. So I hope that you were encouraged. Thank you so much for logging on. Share this with somebody else if this encouraged you, and if you happen to log on, this is your first time, make sure to follow so you won't miss any of the becoming the best you scopes. And so thank you so much, guys, for being so encouraged, and I'm glad that you all were encouraged by this word. If you missed some of it, you can go back and watch the replay, and I appreciate the offering of hearts and all the love. Remember, work is what allows the hidden potential inside of you to come out. Hey, what's up, Detroit? Thanks for logging on for the first time. I'm glad that you were blessed. Make sure to share it with somebody else. Don't be quick to abandon the struggle because it's hard. Just because it's hard doesn't mean that's your cue to give up. Sometimes if it's hard, that might be your cue to ask God, are you trying to get some potential out of me? And when God is trying to get potential out of you, he's ready to do some big stuff. I believe that God has promotion waiting on so many people, but because they abandon the process and they're not allowing themselves to let the hidden potential inside of themselves come out, then they also abort promotion. And we don't want you to abort the promotion. We want you to be promoted. So make sure that you continue to work in your gift that God has placed inside of you. Come on now. Thanks so much. We'll do it again tomorrow. Remember, work makes you better.